Welcome to another edition of Highlander News. I'm Gabe.
And I'm Teddy. The Special Olympics basketball team had a successful season this year.
Reporter Amelia Meester brings you the story.
The Highlander Special Olympics basketball team is made up of passionate individuals, including Amy McCombs, Seth Bresky, Kendra Bratton, John Arseth, Caton Lemmer, Nick Lemire, Teresa Severson, Jackson Horsager, Anthony Anderson, Perrin Alston, and Ben Sorby. On February 10th, the team had their home game set with a crowd and the pep band. Amy McCombs stated that they had a great game with strong defense and lots of three-pointers. Seth, Kendra, and Nick told me of the wonderful friendships they have formed being part of the team. The ending score was 42 Highliners and 27 Grand Forks. The basketball team went on that weekend to become district champs. Then, on February 25th and 26th, they competed at the state tournament in Minot and became state champions. Great job to Valley City's Special Olympics basketball team. For Highlander News, this is Amelia Meester.
What are you afraid of?
Reporter Teddy Hochhalter hits the hallways to find out the students' fears.
Hello?
Hello, Ted.
As a student, what fears you the most?
Throwing up.
The fact that time doesn't stop.
The ocean.
Tall things.
As a student, what scares you the most?
Being caught off guard and having a mic shoved in my face to be on Highlander News.
Not passing my classes.
As a student, what scares you the most?
Death.
Public speaking, just like if I have to speak in front of people. I know it's all I come from a speech kid, but like I can't do it.
Mr. E.
Not knowing when homework is due.
Commitment.
Matt, as a student, what scares you the most?
Geometry homework.
Well, anyways, for Highlander News, this is...
For Highlander News, this is Teddy Hochhalter.
A group of 8 to 11-year-old hockey players made Valley City history this past month.
Reporter Hayden Becker brings you this story.
Sport International is all these teams from all over the country come to compete in one tournament, and the winner gets a big trophy. We ended up in the championship and lost by 1 point in overtime. I think we did really good in Sport International because our coaching's good and we work really hard on the ice.
I think we did really good in Sport International because we got second, we did really good, we worked pretty hard, and that's pretty much it.
I've been playing hockey since I was 2 years old, and I like it because I get to see friends and stuff.
My favorite part of the season was winning in the tournament in Warroad and winning a tournament in Grand Forks and placing second in internationals. I think I improved in hockey this year because I had a lot better shot.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Hayden Becker.
You sit in these rooms every day. Can you guess where these items are?
Reporter Kayana Puckett travels through the school to bring you the story.
Item number 1. Whose room do you think this is in? 5 seconds are on the clock. If you said Mr. Milburn's room, you're correct. Item number 2. 5 seconds are on the clock. If you said the band room, you've got it right. Item number 3. Whose room is this in? 5 seconds are on the clock. You might have thought this was a history class, but it's actually Mr. Shaniko's room. Item number 4. 5 seconds are on the clock. If you said Mr. Nielsen's room, you're correct. Item number 5. Where could this be? 5 seconds are on the clock. The correct answer was the Resource Center. Item number 6. 5 seconds are on the clock. If you said the speech room, you're correct. Reporting for Highlander News, this is Kayana Puckett.
Many students pass by this table and closet not knowing the true purpose.
Reporter Tucker Johnson brings you the story.
We put this table out once a month for just regular hygiene products, and it goes over very well. I think, I'm trying to get the kids adjusted to where they know one time a month that this table's going to be out for them so that they can get whatever they need. The Highliner Pantry it is locked, but it is always open to anybody. There's no income requirements. Somebody might just be down and say, hey, I need deodorant one day, and they use it one time. Some kids we have come in quite often, and we give them a bag. We kind of let them shop around for what they need. And then there are students that get weekend backpacks that we fill with food for the weekend, and they take those home on Fridays. The counselors and Sherry have the key to it. Alyssa has the key to it, and any teacher that would like to refer a student or a student that wants to come down, any teacher has access to the key right here to get into the pantry at any time. So my future plan and my future goal is to get a new room for the Highliner Pantry. Right now we're in this closet, and I would really like to get a larger room that we could keep everything out at all times, and so that the door can be open so that if a student needs to come before school, after school, during lunch, that they are able to come in. And I think that we could become a little bit bigger too of a store if we could have a bigger room. I just think it's a fantastic thing. We started the pantry in 2017 because I knew junior high and high school kids need stuff just as much as elementary kids. And it's really been used, and the community has been very gracious. And I hope that they continue to be gracious to help us out.
For Highliner News, this is Tucker Johnson.
There's a new face helping out in Mrs. Irie's room this year.
Reporter Sierra Pabst brings you the story.
So before Valley City, I was living in Bismarck, North Dakota, working at Shiloh Christian School. For about 5 years, I worked there as the director of building and also the cross-country coach, basketball coach, and assistant track coach. I moved to Valley City to become a college coach. I'm working over at VCSU with Laquan Robinson and the track team and the cross-country team. So that was my first motive. Second was just to continue working with students. To become a para, yes, you do have to be trained and certified. It helps to have a formal education so that you know what you're assisting with in the classroom, though it's not necessarily required. I like working as a para because every day is different. I get to help students in their environment. I motivate my students with goals, mutual goals, whether that be one that I provide them or one that the student has of themselves. But there's a common saying, and that's that you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So we just try to be supportive and not overbearing. Well, for fun, I mostly hang out with my dog. I have one dog, a blue heeler, so he's pretty energetic. Other than that, I'm just watching or listening to music. I'm a DJ on the weekends, so music consumes quite a bit of my time. My coaching style is very intense, I guess. I've actually had athletes describe me as intense because I'm so intense. Sometimes athletes like me, sometimes they don't. So it doesn't really bother me one way or the other. I'm here to do a job. So if you are intense about the sport as well, you'll probably enjoy me.
Reporting for Highliner News, this is Sierra Pabst.
Recently, one of Valley City's finest athletes concluded an incredible gymnastics career.
Reporter Coy Griebel brings you this story.
I've been in gymnastics for about 15 years now. I started when I was just really little because my sister was in it, and obviously your older sibling, you want to do whatever they're doing. So I was like, I want to do gymnastics, and then it just kind of sprung from there and never stopped. When practicing, I'm really about mindsets and, coming into the gym with a positive mindset, and even on bad days, just finishing the day off strong, ending on a good note, and then, the next day's a new day. And same thing with meets, just going in and having fun. That's my big thing, and just, it's not the end of the world if you fall or if you don't get the score you want, because, there's always another meet.
Being a state champion takes a lot of work. Kareen has put in thousands of hours of dedication and made many sacrifices.
My life, I've not had a lot of free time. I'm always at the gym, always there in the night and weekends, always have meets. So it's just been my entire life.
Although she may have lost a lot of free time, Karina is glad she did it.
Once you do good and you get the goal that you want to meet, and then just all kind of pays off.
Throughout her career, Karina has continued to excel and break records. She is an EDC champion twice in bars, once in vault, once in beam, 4 times on floor, and twice all around. Last year, Karina became Valley City's first ever gymnast to win a state championship in an event, doing so on floor. This year, Karina continued her dominance, winning a state championship in beam and becoming the first ever Highliner to win an all-around state championship. Congratulations to Karina on an incredible and historic career. From Highliner News, this is Coy Griebel.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Highliner News. I'm Teddy.
And I'm Gabe.